Alright, YouTubers, this is Fat Guy in his backpack. I'm back again. I'm going to be doing a short little video. As you see, I'm wearing a jacket again. It's a fall day here in the lovely Central Coast town of Hollister, California. Kind of quiet. There's a kind of panorama of our street. So very quiet as usual this time of day. In the afternoon, in the summertime, it can get a little bit more noisy. Sometimes in the summer, there's some parties down the road you can hear on occasion, but 90% of the time, it's pretty quiet here. Pretty quiet. Anyways, it is that time of year. You see Tom the Turkey is up. And I realized it is the 3rd of November. And we only have 21 more days till my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving. The forgotten holiday. The great holiday where you can sit around, eat turkey, stuffing. I personally love cornbread stuffing with sausage. Someone made that once. I don't know who did, but it's so freaking good. My favorite stuffing. Some mashed potatoes, homemade gravy. I love homemade gravy. Grandma Fowler, my grandma, God rest her soul, she used to make the best gravy in the world. Oh man, I think the Brits, she's British ancestry. I don't think the British get enough credit. Their food's actually not too bad. It's different, but it's not bad, especially the gravy. They do good on the gravy stuff. So anyways, what we're doing here today, like I said, I've got Tom the Turkey up, showing you him there. I'm out of frame right now. But what I thought I would do in today's exciting episode of Fat Guy in his backpack, show you, I'm going to be putting up these guys. Okay, some more turkeys. But the ground, it's wet, but it's not quite wet enough. So I thought what I'd do is, like I said, I got my new pooper scooper here. Exciting. This is my old one. Okay. There you go. So you see that? This is still heavy. This isn't a bad shovel. It's pretty easy. It's got, if you can see, let me show you. Right here. It's got a place to put your foot when you dig in. It's also got a pick. Alright. It's not bad. I do like this. Except it's so freaking heavy. So next time I go backpacking, should I have to cause an earthquake, fertilize the forest, I'm going to be taking this bad boy. But I thought a good idea would be, let's practice. Because these little turkeys I'm about ready to show you, these little tips, I don't know if you can see that, they're plastic, okay? I thought that might be metal, like a campaign sign. They actually look like a campaign sign, completely look like a campaign sign. But there's no way they're going to go into the ground. Even as it's damp, but it's not damp enough. These will just bend and break. So what I thought I would do is do a little practicing with our little new pooper scooper. The Nectar UL trawl. I call pooper scooper, that's easier to say than trawl. Made in Taiwan. All right, so go Taiwan. Big supporter of Taiwan. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my mirror, and you'll be seeing, well, we'll keep it on. We'll practice there too. So let's go ahead and set this up. Gotta figure out, this is my lawn here. I think I'm gonna put them on both sides of the turkey. In fact, I think what I'm gonna do, because I have a little spotlight right there. You can see that. So what I think I'll do is I'll put one right here and one over there. So they're right next to Tom the Turkey. So he has a little companion, some turkey buddies. Like I said, Tom the Turkey only gets to be up to 21 more days. I am the only one that I know of within this street or the other streets that has a Thanksgiving decoration. We have a few more. You look over there, you see the pumpkin. Well, if you turn it around, it's actually a jack-o'-lantern. So there we go. But hey, I figured what better place to practice with this thing. See if it's going to even work, but in my front yard. Okay? I'm just going to be digging a little hole to dig these little spikes in. So we got two. They come with two. As you can see right there. Got one with pumpkin, one with fork and knife ready for that pumpkin. So I think what I'll do is I will put this guy right here. See that right there? And this guy, Mr. Pumpkin. Oops. Okay, that's one of the bad things about these, that these cords are black, so they're hard to see, especially at night. I just tripped over one, and we'll put him right there. So they'll be kind of in between Tom the turkey. All right, so let's go ahead and move this up just a wee bit. Oh, by the way, don't forget to subscribe. I have 2 subscribers, so I'm off to the races. Exciting. That's double what I had last week. So let's triple and get a 3rd one. All right, so let's go right there. Hopefully, yep, there. Okay. So basically, there's a cat that likes to take a crap on my lawn. So I'm gonna try this. Oh man, this is hard. So, thinking if this doesn't work, I have St. Augustine grass, by the way. Let's see if that works. Okay, that did work. A little more. Alright, that worked. Okay, to be quite honest, I think that worked better because the grass is, we did get a little rain yesterday, which you may think on parts of the country, like Kentucky, wherever you may live, oh, big deal rain. Now here in Northern California, we're not getting a lot of rain, and plus Southern California, where I'm originally from, they take all our water, so we in Northern California stand up until Southern California can't have our water. If they built desalinization plants, that would solve a lot of the problems here in California, but unfortunately we have only a one-party state, which is never good. We need to be more like Arizona, be a purple state. In the politics. I'll be honest, I'm not sure I like this shovel. I think it's working as well as I hoped. But, let's see. Okay, this side's working a little better. It could be the grass. The grass. St. Augustine grass, I love it. But it grows thick. It dies back in the winter. So right now it's super green. We got all that rain. And it loves water. It loves the water. Which not necessarily a good thing here. There we go. Alright. Uh-oh. There we go. There they are. Exciting, huh? Okay, the shovel did not work at all in the grass like I hoped it would. I'm going to try my other shovel. I'm just going to dig a little ditch. I'm curious if my heavy ass shovel works a little better. Let's find out. Actually, it's pretty good. I need all these cords. They're green, so definitely can't see them at night. Alright, so those are in. My little shovel experience didn't work as well as I thought. Again, you can't see me on camera, but I'm still talking. I'm curious. Now again, this is my little shovel. Yeah, That's probably grass. All right, I just found out that wasn't filming. None of that filmed. So we're gonna try one more time. All right, guys. So here's my 2 shovels. Okay, this is a vote no on R. I'm not endorsing any political campaign. It just happened to be on the refrigerator we had here. These do not work with St. Augustine grass. It's very thick. Didn't think about that. So, but luckily we did get enough rain. So let's go ahead and show you my piece de resistance. This is our Thanksgiving special. Well, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll try and do a Thanksgiving special because I do like backpacking and hiking, and I love Thanksgiving. I love turkey. I think, as I mentioned, there we go. There's the things. There's Tom the turkey. Isn't that exciting? And his new turkey buddies. These turkey buddies aren't gonna make it past Thanksgiving. They're not as good a quality as I thought they'd be. But hey, you live and learn. They're about 15 bucks on Amazon. So, way to go, Amazon. Glad I was able to give you more of my money. Oh, and I got a package. I gotta get that package before my wife figures out I ordered something. So we weren't supposed to be spending any more money. I swear, this is the last thing on Amazon I'm getting for the week. These are the little stakes you use for it. We have a Santa Claus blow up. He comes in a in a hot air balloon. Kind of neat. So we got the stakes for that. We're probably gonna get a nativity one this year too. So yes, I swore I'd never. I don't mind one blow up thing. Okay, now you can see Tom the turkey slowly deflating. There he goes. So I'm at the tonight. What I'll do is my my spotlight that I have there. I don't know if you can see it right there, little black thing. Oh, hey, we can zoom in here so you can see it. If I can't see it, you can't see it. Who doesn't want to see a spotlight? Here it is, a little right there. Okay. So I'll adjust that, see if I can get the whole thing to show up at night. Tom the turkey does come with a couple lights, but they're not that bright. But again, I did not get to test these out, so I think what I'm gonna do when I go hiking at Uvas Creek, again, Uvas in Espanol means grapes. So apparently they found grapes up there. So these two, I think I'm gonna test them. Hopefully I'm not gonna have to, fertilize the forest, but I definitely want to see how this is gonna work, this new one. I'm a little concerned. Taiwan, come on. Expect a little bit more of you. In China, I would expect that because they just go crap, and we all buy their crap. So I just as guilty as the next guy. But Taiwan, come on. I expect a little more quality. So this is your Naster. So I expect a little bit of quality. But again, this is fat guy in his backpack, and I'm hoping to see more millennials, more overweight people out there. Let's get some exercise, guys. That's not the fact that we're in our 50s and late 40s. Be an excuse for not getting out there. Get out there in the woods. Getting out there in nature. Huh? Get some exercise. Get rid of this bad boy. Or bad girl. You're a girl. Being overweight is not healthy. I know that there's a lot of videos out there that says that's fat phobic. That's crap. That's crap. That's just an excuse because we don't want to lose weight. Because it is nice and easy to go grab that little snack. That's one of the bad things about working from home is I'm close to the refrigerator. Luckily, we don't have a lot of candy. That part is good. I tend to eat a lot more protein cheeses, which probably is not very good on the fat content. Today for lunch, I'm going to have some chicken. Costco chicken. Way to go, Costco. Feel free to send me a check, Costco, if you so choose. But anyways, I am curious I got a new, actually this is for me. Yep. When I got this new Akaso 7LE Brave, it did not come with a clip to put on your shirt or your backpack. So I'd have to carry this wand, which I love this little wand. It's great. Just the right size. I thought, hey, I need to get something else. I did use my points, so it did only cost me $7. So my wife happens to catch that I bought this. I said, oh, you spent $7. The rest were on my points. So there we go. All right, kids, you have a great day. I'm off to get some chicken for lunch and get back to work. And we'll see you hopefully Saturday for the next exciting episode of Fat Guy in his backpack. Let's get out there, Gen X. We can do it. Nosotros podemos. All right, YouTubers, how you doing? This is Fat Guy in his backpack. I'm just going to do a quick short to the last video I did. So this is the end of the video of the turkey setup and trying my different forms of pooper scoopers. It didn't work as well as I thought it would. St. Augustine's probably not the best grass to try it on. I forgot how thick that stuff is, but it's great grass, not the kind you smoke. So don't get ideas, you marijuana guys and gals. But it is, if you want to grow a nice grass, it looks green, as you saw. It just likes the water, and that's one of the problems here in Northern California because of our drought. But when you give it a little bit of water, it will go from dead to alive. Although here in probably about a month, it's going to start to what we call hibernate. And it does that every winter, where it kind of looks like it's dying, but it's actually just sleeps for the winter because it doesn't like the cold. I think it's typically grown in Florida, Southern California. They get a lot of it because it does get chilly in Southern California, but not as chilly as it does up here in the north. So Northern California does grow. So if anyone tells you it doesn't, it does grow. Just be prepared to. It likes the water. But I thought I'd just kind of end this video, the Thanksgiving turkey setup video, with just kind of go over some of the audiobooks I'm reading for this month in November. I think November is probably the most autumn of all the autumn months, even more than October and September-ish, part of September-ish, part of December-ish. Both those months cover part of autumn. But I just something about November. I love November. It is probably, I don't know why, it's my favorite month, but I really enjoy it. I love Thanksgiving, like I said. I love turkey, I love stuffing. Not a big fan of sweet potatoes or sweet potato pie. I do like pecan pie though. Oh, it's so good. That's my favorite Thanksgiving pie. My wife and son, they both love turkey, or not turkey, pumpkin pie. Oh, especially the Costco stuff. Costco, I'm glad to keep you in business. Again, feel free to send that check in the mail. But some of the audiobooks I read for Thanksgiving or the month of November would be, and one of these really isn't a Thanksgiving book or related to it. I just thought it kind of had that November feel to it. First is called The Pilgrims. It's more of a poem / really short story. It's not bad. The next is The Mayflower, and that is, I think, interesting because I'm a big history nerd. So it gives basically the history of the Mayflower and the Pilgrims that came over. As you may or may not know, Thanksgiving was officially a national holiday. If I'm not mistaken, it was under Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War. So I know a lot of people like to make a big politics out of it. I hate that. I'm sorry. I don't see the need to make politics out of holidays. Just have fun, enjoy yourself. Thanksgiving. I mean, I don't understand what's so political about that, but some people like to do it because I guess the I don't know if the fable or the mythology around the first Thanksgiving dinner with the Pilgrims and the Indians. They didn't call it Thanksgiving. They called it, hey, we're starving to death. We need food, and the Indians helped them. So we've just come to use that as kind of a Thanksgiving theme, just like Santa Claus and Christmas, I guess. But Thanksgiving, I mean, I don't understand how it's controversial. It's really not. It's just a day to just be with your family, watch football, overeat, eat pecan pie, or for most of you, I guess, pumpkin pie. Oh, gross. But hey, I'm not judging. So anyways, The Pilgrims, The Mayflower, again, it's a fun book. The Mayflower book, it's going to start to play when I push this, is just an hour and 5 minutes long. So it's a short little book, audio book. But it's a really interesting book if you just it's called Hourly History, and I found it on iTunes a few years ago. So I re-listen to these Thanksgiving books every year. Last year I got this book called Turkey Day Murder. Hey, who doesn't like a good murder on Turkey Day? By Leslie Meyer. It's an okay audiobook. It's kind of a fun. It's a murder, obviously. Murder's not good, so don't go murdering people. But it is a fun Thanksgiving book. So, and then the last one again. This one, when I say that, has nothing to do with Thanksgiving, but for some reason, this book, after listening to it, it just reminds me of the fall of autumn. Rip Van Winkle. I don't know why I listened to it. This audiobook I have is only half an hour, so it's not a long book, but it's a fun audiobook to listen to. So those are the 4 books that I like reading during autumn. Rip Van Winkle is my newest Thanksgiving book. I bought it this just a day ago. The 1st of November, I listened to it. Like I said, it's only half an hour, so it lasted a half an hour. I finished it in less than a half an hour. Listened to it straight. Because usually audiobooks can be long. Like for instance, the one I'm reading right now, or listening to, by Stephen King, Fairy Tale. Very good audiobook, by the way. And I mentioned it before, but I really enjoy it. Stephen King. It's not for kids. It says fairy tale, but I probably wouldn't let kids listen to it because there is very typical Stephen King. He tends to like to use some vulgarities, so including the F word. That said, it is a good book. And then just one final one. This is an old book I bought last year, and it's not for autumn or anything, but it seemed kind of interesting because I love David McCullough. I thought he was a great author. Sad to see he passed away. He's a great narrator too. He's got one of those narrator books, like Will Smith. Will Smith's another one. I don't know if Will Smith will be doing any more narrations, but it's just some people are good at it. And this book called Brave Companions, I didn't realize it until this time listening to it. It's basically he's taken pieces of his other books and put it into another book. So it's kind of the best of series. So I almost felt gypped a little bit when I started listening to it. But I have almost all the audiobooks that are, again, audiobooks that he mentions in the book. The one about the Panama Canal, he talks about the bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge. The only one I don't have is Roosevelt, but after listening to this again about Roosevelt, now I kind of want to get it. So I was kind of, not an anti-Roosevelt, but again, I think he was a bit of a chump, especially the way he treated Taft. But again, this Fairy Tales by Stephen King is really good. I like it. Stephen King, you want to send me a few cash dollars from promoting you? Happy to take it. I listened to his Dark Tower series, and let's see, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. The 7-book series. So that, again, I enjoyed that series, but again, he does like to swear and use a little bit of a vulgarity in his books, so they're not really for kids. And Fairy Tale looks like it might be for kids, and if it weren't for some of the vulgarity in it, like the F word he uses pretty consistently, I could see it actually being a good kids book. Those are the 8 books of Stephen King that I've listened to. I've never read one of his books, but I'm really enjoying Fairy Tale. And it's a good book for adults. I don't know. Unless you're okay with your kids listening to the F word all the time, I probably wouldn't recommend it for kids. And there's a little, he does get pretty descriptive in it about some of the features of some of the characters in the book. But that's one of the good things about it. So it's kind of a slow build, great character development. If you're looking for a lot of action in the beginning, it doesn't really happen until midway through the book. Then it starts picking up in action and so forth. But it's a good book. I highly recommend it. Just probably not around kids. And if you're interested in some good history, David McCullough's Brave Companions, can't go wrong there. But I'd go over some of my Thanksgiving books. Again, the ones that I have in my Thanksgiving collections are just looking for. I love doing these little pictures, emojis, but would be the Pilgrims, the Mayflower, Turkey Day Murder, and finally Rip Van Winkle, which again is not a Thanksgiving book, I get it, but it just has a November feel for it to me. So anyways, that's kind of it for this video. Like I said, when I was out in the garage, coming back in to go to work, hoping to go hiking, take a little day hike in Uvas Creek. It's Santa Clara County near Morgan Hill, California, on Saturday. And so hopefully the next time you see a new video, that will be the one. And I have come to realize that I need to get an external microphone for this Akaso 7E. I think the film quality is not bad. I have no problem with that. It's just the sound isn't the best. It does pick up a lot of the wind, unfortunately. I put on the wind reduction. Doesn't seem to work very well, but other than that, it's a good little camera. It doesn't require all the protection that the Akaso 4 needed. I still have that one. It's up here, but I'm probably going to be getting rid of it. So, anyways, all right, Gen Xers. I know I said millennials at the end of when I was in the garage. So I apologize. Hey, but millennials, you're welcome to listen to, and Zsters. But Gen Xers, let's get out there. Let's do some backpacking. I hope to see a lot of you up in Uvas Creek, west of Morgan Hill, and hopefully show more of you some of the landscape here in the Central Coast area. And again, don't forget to subscribe. Please leave a comment in that comment bar. I hope I put it on. If I didn't, I apologize. This is still a journey for me. I'm still learning. But Gen Xers, let's get out there. Let's get some exercise. Even if you're not to lose weight, that's okay. Just exercise. I don't care if you're overweight, underweight, ideal weight. There's no excuse for not getting exercise. That is definitely an important thing. No matter where you sit on the whole losing weight, fatophobia, which is crazy. There's a difference between a phobia and just being a jerk. You know, I'm all for constructive criticism, of course. But again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on Fat Guy in His Backpack in Uvas Creek, California.